Everyone talks about the last 30 minutes of expiry being dangerous, but the first 30 minutes, that's where most option sellers lose money and they don't even realize it. On 24th March, Nifty gapped up about 1.8%, which is over here, you can see on your screen. And by 10:45, it dropped about a percent and then it went back up and closed right back to around the same level of 1.8%. You can see it dropped 1% and then went back up at the same place where the Nifty opened. What actually happens in the first 30 minutes? When markets open on the expiry day, there is one thing guaranteed: uncertainty. Overnight positions are being squared off, the FIIs are adjusting their delta, and the retail buyers who had BTST trades are either panicking or they are overly bullish, and all of that activity hits the market in one window, which is the 9:15 to 10 a.m. and sometimes 10:45 window. What does that create? Fake moves, big fast convincing moves in one direction that reverse completely within the same session. So what I'm trying to say is, during this window you might see the market going up and up and up, but within like the next 30 minutes it will lose all its gain, or if it's going down it will just recover everything. That's what I'm trying to say, because that's how volatile this window is. And here's why this happens mechanically. At open on the expiry day, the IV is still relatively elevated compared to where it will be by 3 p.m. That means option premiums are still big, and market makers and large players know this very well. A sharp directional move in the first 30 minutes can easily shake out the weak hands, both buyers and sellers, and before the real expiry game even begins. And I've told this in multiple past videos, most option sellers are institutions and they have a really big incentive to keep market range bound. So the move looks real and the candles also look real, but the intent behind it is to create a maximum confusion before IV starts its one-way journey downwards. So here's what it looks like in practice. So the market will first gap up, and from there the sellers of calls are immediately under pressure. So if you sold your calls before that, the last day, you are now under pressure. You have to now scare off your position because you are probably in very deep loss, and premium on the call side will also spike more because it's the expiry day and the GABA will be higher. And if the Nifty keeps moving up for the first 15 to 20 minutes, the call will keep rising and rising and rising, and the sellers either add to their hedge in panic or they exit entirely. And then there will come a reversal which will be fast, clean, and it will take back most of the gap. Now, put sellers are nervous because people were also selling puts because they saw the market going up and up and up. They sold puts. And this generally happens across the market, by the way. I'm telling this by my intuition. Now, put sellers, by 10:30 to 11 a.m., Nifty will be somewhere where it opened, like about where it opened or about in the gap area. This is the trap because the market has moved enough to trigger panic, but not enough to actually breach meaningful levels. And by 11 a.m., the IV is already declining, and the sellers who had held position, their positions are now recovering on their own purely from time decay. So if you have just holded your positions with hedges, of course, if you had hedges, that's the big thing I'm trying to say. If you had hedges, you would be in profit because of the time decay. Now, 24th March, this was a textbook version of this. The market gapped up 1.8%, then 1% reversal by 10:45, and then back to its original 1.8% gain. If you had sold a strangle and hedged properly, you would have survived easily and even made some profit. But if you exited the call side during the 10:45 dip and think the market was reversing, you locked in a loss before your position would have even recovered. And I'm not saying that the recovery, that this reversal or this closing would have happened guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. But one thing is guaranteed: if you lock in your loss, that loss will remain a loss. But you could have easily just adjusted your hedges, adjusted your strikes instead of just closing outright. So how do you actually handle this? So the first thing, if your position is within a predefined max loss at open, do not touch it. The first 30 minutes are most likely noise. The only reason to exit is if your hedge is getting triggered, but not because if the candles look scary. Second, do not add positions in the first 30 minutes of expiry. This is the highest IV, highest confusion window of the entire day. You are paying for maximum premium for maximum uncertainty. Third, watch what Nifty is doing relative to your strikes, but not what the premium numbers are showing. Premiums will look terrifying in the first 30 minutes because the IV is still elevated. The premiums can easily go up and down because the number will come down on its own. Your strikes are what matters. It doesn't matter if your premium is like at some insane number, because it will go to zero if it's out of the money. As long as your strike is out of the money, it will go to zero at some point. Because if Nifty is moving aggressively but hasn't breached your strike and your position is fine, just let it happen. Let the trap play out. Every expiry, the first 30 minutes are designed to shake you out before the theta does its job. The sellers who make consistent money aren't the ones with the best entries. They are the ones who do not get scared in the first 30 minutes when everything looks like it's going wrong. And your hedge is there for a reason. Trust your hedge, trust your levels, and just let it happen. Let the trap run. And in the next video, I'll explain why some option sellers panic exit and lose insane amounts of money. So subscribe so you don't miss it.